Hello everyone and welcome to Be on Reddit.
Am I the a hole for dating a guy I told my ex not to worry about? Original post. So, 3 months ago, I, 21 female, went out to a club as it was student night, which means 250 drinks. I went out with a big group of girls. While out, I met a guy, M, 23M. I don't remember exactly how or why we started talking, but he was talking to me and my friend. And while we were talking, he realized his friend had walked off. So, me and my friend told him to stay with us and hang out. We ended up spending the rest of our time there with him, and though he was talking to my friend too, me and him really clicked well. We were both in relationships though and made it clear this wasn't some hookup thing, even showing each other pics of our partners. But as the night went on and we got drunker, I admit it sort of felt like our interactions did sort of border on flirty. Some examples are if we were walking through a crowded area, we would hold hands so we didn't get separated. I danced with him a lot again, holding hands, no grinding or anything. I did hug him a lot, and at one point he picked me up during a hug and I wrapped my legs around him, and this caused my skirt to roll up, and he rolled it back down for me when he put me down. I pretended to be his girlfriend to get rid of a girl who was pestering him by saying, "Could you not flirt with my boyfriend?" and kissing him on the cheek and then holding on to his. And at the end of the night, when I had to leave, I hugged him goodbye and we sort of accidentally kissed. By that, I mean we both tried to kiss each other on the cheek at the same time. And our lips touched. This was an accident, and we both apologized, and it was awkward. The week after, me and him ended up texting quite regularly, and we arranged it was my idea to have both our friend groups meet so we could hang out again. And we had good chemistry, so we thought our friends probably would too. Well, it went great, and now our friend groups are mixed, and I have a bunch of new friends. Two of his friends have ended up dating two of my friends, one of them even being boyfriend and girlfriend. Unfortunately, though, my boyfriend was less than happy about M. He didn't like that we texted. He hated the story of how we met, which I got, as I can see from the outside it looked sus even though our intentions were innocent. I did introduce the two of them and they seemed to get on well and were laughing around together, but then later that night my boyfriend started slagging him off for no reason, which caused me to argue because he was being fake. About 2 weeks ago, M broke up with his girlfriend. I'm not sure of the exact details. I think they just sort of fizzled out due to being at different stages in life. She wanted kids, he wasn't ready. When my boyfriend found out, he told me he didn't want me to text or be friends with him anymore as he was now single. I said I'm not going to cut him off when he's going through a hard time, and that the idea I now all of a sudden can't be friends with someone just because they are single is ridiculous. My boyfriend wouldn't accept that and said if I carried on being friends with him, he would break up with me. So I broke up with him then and there as I was tired of him acting jealous and controlling. On Thursday, I got a text from my friend who is in a relationship with one of M's friends. She said her and my other friend, who's dating one of his friends, were going to London on Friday for a trip and asked if me and M wanted to come. I texted him and he said his friend had asked him the same question and we both agreed we'd go. When we got there, things were different than I anticipated and it definitely felt like a triple date. We did mini golf and then went to food and a cocktail bar. And at the end of the night, we decided to stay in London as we didn't manage to fit in everything we wanted to do. We all got hotel rooms and me and M got one too, with two beds in the room. However, we ended up sharing a bed and making out a bit. The next day, we went out to Camden Food Market and then to Babylon Park, a giant arcade. We decided to stay another night, and this time me and M had to get a room with one bed as there was no double rooms. We went to a club and then back to the room. I ended up giving him head, but that was it. The next morning, I woke up to 50 messages from my ex calling me a liar and a cheat and saying he knew that I was away on a triple date. I told him I was single and could do what I want. He kept accusing me of cheating with M, saying it's weird after a 3-year relationship for me to move on in 2 weeks with the guy we had fought about and who I said wasn't a problem. I told him M wasn't the problem, he was the problem, and that if he hadn't been so jealous, none of this would have happened. He kept accusing me of gaslighting him and just being dramatic, so I blocked him. I told M and two couples we were with, and they said he was just being pathetic and that everything was above board. But some of our other friends say I'm wrong for moving on so soon with them. Am I? So, yesterday, me and M went for a late meal, like 8 pm ish, and had a talk. We agreed that we both really like each other and want to give it a shot. So, we have decided to be exclusive while we see where this goes. He stayed around mine last night, and I did sleep with him. It was amazing. I'm seriously happy and excited for the future. Afterwards, we spontaneously booked a holiday to Cyprus, just the two of us, and we leave on Monday. He is half Greek Cypriot, half Jamaican, and has a villa out there, so we just needed flights. As for my two friends who thought I should have waited, I drafted a text with help from a user in DMs and sent it to them both in a group chat. It says, "Hi girls, I know you have been disappointed in my actions and feel it was a bad look to move on so quickly. I know you care deeply about me and just want what's best for me and for me to make good decisions for myself. I do feel like I want to clear up what happened a little, my thought process. What you need to understand is, in the moment of the ultimatum, I saw two paths ahead of me. One where I spent the rest of my 20s in Jay's bedroom watching him smoke weed and play Xbox, begging him to go on a date and only getting attention when he wants intimacy. Then I saw one where I stayed friends with M and we all got to hang out as a big group and go to events, go play golf, go on our holidays, etc. And I knew then and there that the relationship was done. I didn't just choose M over J, I chose this life where we all get to hang out together and actually live and have fun versus just me and J sitting in and doing nothing all the time. It wasn't just a choice between M and J, it was a choice of all of you. And the life we have built these last few months versus J. As for how quickly I moved on, you both know I had been unhappy for a long time and there was only so long that I could beg for him to change before giving up. To you, it might seem like I lost my feelings for him overnight, but truthfully, this has been building since the start of this year. I've begged, pleaded, cried for him to change, and unfortunately, he never did. All he ever wanted to do is smoke weed, and that was it. By the time he threatened to end it, I had already mourned the relationship 100 times. He had already spent all my tears. He had already drained me emotionally, and I had no more emotions left to give him. Breaking up with him wasn't heartbreaking, it was liberating. That is why I did not feel the need to wait. I love you both so much and I hope you can be happy for me. But if not, that is your decision." My friends replied and said they know that I was unhappy and that they think I made the right decision and that they're happy for me. They said sorry for coming across as judgmental, that it wasn't their intention and they were just worried I was making a rash decision. We are all meeting tonight, just us girls, and we're going out for a meal and some drinks and put all this behind us for good. Then I'll be going to Am's for the first time to meet his parents, which I'm excited about. My ex is staying blocked, and I doubt I'll ever see or hear from him again as he never leaves his room, so that is the end of that. And I'm closing that miserable chapter of my life for good.
That was the end of the video. Comment down below to share what you thought. Press like and subscribe and click the notification bell for more regular updates. Thank you for watching.